A key U.S. ally appears increasingly concerned as the military balance in the Pacific continues to shift at a rapid pace. Is Japan facing an oh no moment as China's expanding naval presence pushes closer to its strategic backyard? As China's navy grows more active across the Pacific, Japan is showcasing the firepower of its F-2A fighters in a powerful message near Guam. Is Tokyo rapidly strengthening its anti-ship strike capability to ensure it can hit hostile warships before they get within striking distance? How many ASM-2 anti-ship missiles does Japan still have after using them in a major multinational live-fire exercise meant to send a signal to Beijing? Japan validated the F-2A's role as a long-range maritime strike platform during a live-fire military exercise conducted on June 27. A Japan Air Self-Defense Force F-2A fighter fired 2 ASM-2 anti-ship missiles during a multinational sinking exercise conducted near Guam. The live-fire exercise took place more than 200 nautical miles from Guam, where Allied forces engaged the decommissioned USS Juno. The retired USS Juno served as the target vessel during the large-scale multinational anti-ship strike exercise involving Allied militaries. The participating F-2A fighter was deployed from Japan's 3rd Squadron after forward deployment to Andersen Air Force Base on Guam. Japan's ASM-2 anti-ship missiles were launched as part of a coordinated multi-domain strike involving U.S. and Allied military forces. A U.S. Air Force B-2 Spirit bomber also launched an AGM-158 SEALRASM in its first publicly acknowledged maritime strike role. New Zealand's P-8A maritime patrol aircraft fired Harpoon anti-ship missiles for the first time during a live multinational anti-ship exercise. The exercise combined Japanese ASM-2 missiles, U.S. RASMs, Harpoon missiles, and submarine-launched torpedoes in a coordinated strike scenario. The multinational drill was designed to test a layered anti-ship kill chain integrating naval, air, and undersea combat capabilities. Military analysts say the exercise reflects deeper U.S.-Japan allied preparations for potential high-end conflicts across the Pacific region. The large-scale demonstration is widely viewed as a strategic message aimed at China's rapidly expanding naval presence in the Western Pacific. Japan's ASM-2 sea-skimming missile flies at extremely low altitude to reduce enemy reaction time and increase the chances of striking its target. Japan's F-2A fighter can carry up to 4 ASM-2 anti-ship missiles, giving each aircraft significant maritime strike capability. The F-2A's AESA radar and enlarged wing design were specifically developed to enhance long-range maritime strike operations. Officials said the multinational exercise improved Allied targeting, battlefield coordination, and combat interoperability during complex maritime operations. Because the target ship had no active defenses, the drill primarily evaluated crew proficiency, weapons integration, and strike coordination. Tokyo continues expanding its long-range strike capabilities as regional security concerns and tensions with China continue to grow. The exercise comes as Japan rapidly strengthens its sea denial strategy across the strategically important First Island chain. The latest drill highlights that Beijing now faces a more capable Japanese maritime strike force operating alongside U.S. and Allied naval forces. Japan has successfully fired a US-made Tomahawk cruise missile from one of its warships for the very first time in a landmark military test. The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force destroyer Chokai carried out the live fire test in the Pacific Ocean with operational support from the United States on July 29. The successful launch marks a major milestone in Japan's efforts to build a credible long-range standoff strike capability against potential regional threats. Japan has now become only the 3rd country outside the United States to successfully fire a Tomahawk cruise missile from a surface warship. The Tomahawk missile will give Japan the capability to strike targets nearly 1,000 miles away with high precision if required during a conflict. Japan says the acquisition of these missiles is intended to strengthen deterrence while remaining consistent with its defense-oriented national security policy. Japan's Defense Ministry statement read, and I quote, "This live-fire test demonstrates steady progress in the Tomahawk project, and the Ministry of Defense will continue to work towards the early establishment of standoff defense capabilities," unquote. Tokyo is purchasing up to 400 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the United States under deal estimated to be worth around $1 billion. Both the Block 4 and the newer Block V variants of the Tomahawk missile will become part of Japan's expanding long-range strike arsenal. The Tomahawk missiles are expected to serve as an interim capability until Japan's own indigenous long-range weapons become fully operational. The US Navy helped modernize the destroyer, train its crew, and support the missile's first successful live fire test in the Pacific. More Japanese Aegis-equipped destroyers are expected to receive Tomahawk upgrades as Tokyo continues expanding its long-range strike capabilities. The successful missile test signals a significant shift in Japan's defense posture as tensions with China and North Korea continue to grow. The development comes just days after the United States, Japan, and the Philippines concluded a 5-day maritime exercise on July 25, underscoring closer regional defense cooperation. Amid rising tensions between China and Taiwan, the United States and its Asian allies have just wrapped up a massive set of joint drills in the South China Sea, underscoring their shared concerns about Beijing's behavior. The US, Japan, and the Philippines ended a major 5-day maritime exercise on July 25, after operating together at sea from July 21 to 25. These drills brought together warships, Coast Guard vessels, fighter jets, and surveillance aircraft, forming a multi-layered joint force across the contested waters. The Philippine military said the exercises were focused on improving allied interoperability, ensuring the three forces can operate seamlessly in any future crisis. The drills mark the latest expansion of trilateral security cooperation in the region, part of a broader pattern of increasingly frequent and complex joint activities.
We extend our sincere appreciation for the successful conduct of today's 17th multilateral mutual cooperative activity. Your teamwork, precision, and cooperation greatly contributed to the success of our engagement. It was an honor to train alongside you. We look forward to more opportunities to sail and train together as nations striving for the rule of law and freedom of navigation. We hope you enjoyed your stay in the Philippines. Until we meet again, fair winds and following seas. Onwards!
These exercises are just the latest in a growing series of trilateral security drills, each one expanding in scale and ambition as tensions with China climb. Manila, backed firmly by Washington and Tokyo, is using these drills to counter China's sweeping maritime claims and reinforce its own position in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippine military deliberately did not disclose the exact location of the exercises, a move likely intended to avoid giving Beijing a specific point to contest. Interestingly, Chinese Navy and Coast Guard ships have shadowed similar drills in the past, monitoring Allied movements and often criticizing the exercises as destabilizing. During these very drills, Manila accused China of firing powerful water cannons at its government ships on 2 separate occasions, bringing the confrontation uncomfortably close to the joint exercise area. The Philippine Coast Guard said the incidents occurred on July 23 and 24, in the middle of the 5-day drills. These confrontations took place near the disputed Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea, one of the most contentious flashpoints between Manila and Beijing. Beijing responded by saying it had taken legal measures after Philippine vessels allegedly insisted on intruding into waters China claims, defending the water cannon use as lawful and beyond reproach.